He loved me more than I loved myself. 3 years ago, I was sitting in my apartment staring at a bottle of pills, seriously planning to end everything. My life was basically rubble. My wife had left me, took the kid, the house, even the goddamn blender. Divorce was brutal. She got full custody, and honestly, she wasn't wrong. I had a drinking problem the size of Texas. I'd missed birthdays, forgotten parent-teacher nights, once even passed out drunk with the oven still on. Lost my job at the accounting firm too. They got tired of me showing up late, slurring my words, or just not showing up at all. My brother stopped calling after I borrowed money for the third time and used it on Jack Daniels instead of rent. No friends left, no family talking to me, except for Max. Max was this big, goofy yellow lab I adopted back when things were still semi-normal. Somehow, through all the chaos, he stayed. Every time I walked in the door, he'd wag his whole body like I was his hero, even when I hadn't showered in a week and smelled like old beer and disappointment, even when I forgot to fill his water bowl, even when I snapped at him for barking too much. That night, I was done. Pills were lined up on the bathroom counter like some twisted little math problem. 47 pills, enough to make sure I didn't wake up. I was reaching for the first handful when Max started scratching at the bathroom door. Not the usual, "Hey, I heard you opening a snack wrapper," scratching. This was frantic, desperate, like he knew. He started whining, this heartbreaking sound I've never heard from him before. Like a cry and a panic attack rolled into one. I tried to ignore it, but it just got worse. Finally, I opened the door. This 60-pound dog launched himself into my lap like a cannonball and would not move. He started licking my face, pawing at my chest, whining, doing everything he could to keep me focused on him and not on those pills. Every time I tried to push him off, he leaned harder into me. It was like he was trying to absorb all my pain into that big, warm body of his. That's when it hit me. This dog, this animal, loved me more than I loved myself. He didn't care that I was a mess. He didn't care that I was unemployed, broke, or that everyone else had walked away. To Max, I was still worth loving. I was still his person. The next morning, I flushed the pills, called a therapist. Max sat right next to me during that call, head on my knee, like he was making sure I followed through. I started going to AA meeting. Max would wait in the car for an hour, tail wagging when I came out like I'd just come back from war. When I hit 30 days sober, he brought me his favorite tennis ball like it was his own little celebration gift. When I got a new job, Max somehow just knew to be extra chill that whole first week. Like, "Dad needs this. No knocking over the trash today." For 2 years, we rebuilt everything. He was there when I broke down missing my kid, when I had panic attack, when I stared at bottles in the store too long. He never judged, never pulled away, never gave up on me. And then, last month, something changed. Max stopped finishing his food. This was the same dog who would body slam you for dropping a potato chip. Then he started hesitating at the stairs, stumbled once coming up from the backyard. The vet ran tests. Cancer. Aggressive. 6 months, maybe. I drove home in silence. Max was riding shotgun, tail thumping, smiling that big dog smile just because we were together. He had no idea his clock was ticking. That night, I sat on the couch holding him and asked the one question anyone asks when they're losing someone they love. What wouldn't I give for more time? The answer came immediately. Everything. I'd give everything. 5 years off my life? I'd trade them in a heartbeat. I wasted more than that drowning myself in a bottle. But Max saved me. Max gave me every single reason I'm still here. He deserves those years more than I ever did. So yeah, no hesitation. 5 years? Take them.